Okay, here we are working on exam 5, problem 4 from our practice exam. And in this case, we're doing straight line depreciation. All right, so let's just take a minute to remember that the straight line rate is 1 over number of years useful life, right? And to depreciate anything, you take the let's talk about what the depreciable value is. Depreciable value is cost minus residual value. Right? In other words, you're not going to depreciate everything. You're just going to depreciate the part beyond what's left over, right? So in this case, we've got a plane that they bought for $50 million. That's the cost. They expect it to have a residual value of $5 million when they're done flying it. Right? So that means the depreciable value is 50,000 minus 5,000, or 45. Million. 50 million minus 5 million is 45 million. Right? And then the number of years useful life is 10, right? So our formula for straight line depreciation expense is equal to 50 million minus 5 million times 1/10, right? Which is the same thing as saying 45 million over 10, right? Same thing, over 10, right? And that's equal to 1/10 of that, or 4,500,000. So that's the expense, right? That's your depreciation expense right there for 1 year, for all 10 years. Every single year, we will take 4.5 million as the expense. All right. The second part of the problem asks for accumulated depreciation. Now, every year we accumulate another 4.5 million. So in 2019, we'll have, right, 4,500,000. Right? And that's the answer, right? There's the answer right there. That's the accumulated. But what if the question said 2020? Right? Well, then that would be 4.5 plus another 4.5, or 9 million, right? That's not asked, but what if on your test I said, well, what would it be for 2020? You'll have to know that it's really 2 years, or what if it was 2021, right? So now we're up to 3 years, so that would be 13.5 million, right? And it's every year for the next 10 years, adding another 4.5 million. So you can calculate any year accumulated depreciation you want, so long as you understand straight line is the same amount every single year. You don't have to do a whole schedule, is what I'm saying. You can, but you wouldn't have to. All right, so just remember, straight line is the expense, right, is not the same thing as accumulated depreciation, right? Accumulated is every year. So for straight line, the expense is depreciable value times the straight line rate. Straight line rate is 1 over the number of years. Depreciable value is cost minus residual value. All right, and on the next video, we'll work on the next problem on this test.